Hello there, Benedict here with Josh from WithUnicorns.com.
And we are so excited to be joined by Dodie. Dodie, welcome, how are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Good.
Dorothy Clark, how are you?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I felt like I was being told off. I'm fine.
How are you? How was your tour?
My tour was amazing. It was wonderful. It just ended. I'm very sad about it. A bit lost. I'm like looking for signs on where to go and what to do. I'm like, wait, there's no like sign to tell me to go what? I don't know. But yeah, I'm good. I'm back. I'm here for like a day or two, and then I go into the studio to make some
Very nice, very fancy.
Now, you often see when people go on tour that in amongst all the amazing performances and beautiful fan interactions, there are a lot of tour fails, so maybe a bit of set doesn't work or someone leaves their mic on and goes to the loo. Did you have any tour fails while you were out on the road?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let me think. What's happened? For the show in Brighton, there was a lorry reversing outside because the door was open. I don't know why. So I was like, there was a song that was like really slow and sad, like one note, do, and then just outside it was like, beep, 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 and I was like singing through. So that was not great.
You try and work it into the show, you know, to kind of
like,
use the environment.
Beep, beep.
You often tweet about sort of cool little fan moments you see at your shows. Do you have a favourite thing you saw on the tour?
I do. I did tweet about it, so it's not too much of a surprise for those who follow me on Twitter. But there was this one song where people like clap above their heads, and someone was clapping, just took a little sniff of their pit, just to check. I think she did it like 3 times, just double, triple checking to see if I smelled. So that was really fun. Yeah.
That's extremely relatable. We've all been there.
I know. I was like, you are my spirit animal. I feel you.
Now, your fans obviously are famed for knowing your music and your life pretty much inside out, but have there ever been any references that you've snuck into a song that no one's ever picked up on?
Oh, yeah, all the time. I feel like, yeah, I mean, I don't share everything online, so there are definitely certain things just for me that I'm like, my
What
little secret joke.
Tell us now.
No.
That never works.
So yeah, I like to do that just for myself.
Now, there are a couple of YouTubers who started out on YouTube and have now become sort of mainstream musicians, like Troye Sivan, Bry, touring with 21 Pilots. Do you look to any of them for sort of inspiration for your own musical journey?
They're all incredible musicians, so yeah, I'm definitely inspired by them. I don't really know. I would like to do my own thing. I don't really know what it is yet, so that's kind of difficult. I'm a massive fan of Troy's new song. Gosh,
It's a great song.
Love my. Wow, what a jam. So if I could write a bop like that, then I would be very happy.
You've spoken before about being a YouTuber and being a woman kind of putting up barriers to a career in music and being taken seriously. It can be a little harder. So I was just wondering, how do you think being a YouTuber has affected your career as a musician, both positive and negative?
I guess there is a bit of a stigma with YouTube, like thanks to certain people on the platform who haven't, you know...
Could you possibly know?
I just don't know, but there's a very well-known name of someone who shared something very inappropriate online. Logan Paul. I just had something in my throat.
Okay.
Something that tasted not very nice. Yeah, he didn't really give a good name, and sadly that's like, I don't know, that blew up so large, so when people hear that, they'll associate the name, and it's not really cool to share a platform like that. It's kind of hard to break that, but it's just a platform, that's all it is, and that's where that's just where I happen to put my stuff, where I put my songs and my art and my videos or whatever I'm making. So yeah, that's kind of tough to break, but obviously there are way more positives, like it's a platform where there's easy access, like people can access it for free, and that's why so many people pour to it and so many people watch stuff on there. And so yeah, I've like gained so many people with like a large audience. So
what do you think you can bring with your music that's sort of missing from the mainstream?
Hopefully, I'd like to write kind of like organically and honestly. That's nice. That's what I do. I would like to bring that into the mainstream world.
But also in terms of, you know, topics you cover, you know, you have your song She, for example. Would we necessarily see that in the charts?
Yeah, I'm hoping. I feel like there's definitely more people talking about it. Like, for example, Hayley Kiyoko, I can't remember if that's how it's... Kiyoko? I'm not sure. She's definitely written a song about liking girls, so that's really cool to see. And then I think Harry Styles recently said something about being bisexual in a song, or like hinting at that, which is just so rare, and it's so new, and I'm so grateful because it's just breaking down that stigma, especially being bi. Like, there's so much bi-erasure, like the fact that Harry Styles is talking about it. I don't actually know for sure if he is, but I think he is. It's like,
heard it here first, guys.
Yeah, don't take it from me. But yeah, I think that's awesome. So yeah, I'd love to be a part of that. That would be real cool.
So I think you mentioned a couple of them, but there are a lot of YouTubers who make it big in the mainstream and they don't necessarily have the time to continue vlogging or kind of keep up with their YouTuber commitments. Is vlogging something that you always want to do throughout your career, or do you think maybe as your music gets bigger, it might be something you have to stop at some point?
It's interesting. I think the way in which I share will become different, but I think I always will share in some capacity. I might not go as like hardcore as I have once before, but I don't know, I feel like I always need different platforms. I always need different outlets of like what I need to talk about. Like, I don't know, like I'll write a song and then I want to talk about how I wrote it, or like the meaning behind it, or like some kind of lessons I've learned recently. So yeah, it might not be on YouTube, it might be somewhere else, but I think I'll always make something aside from everything else.
Maybe like Fortnite videos?
Wait, Fortnite videos?
Do you not know what Fortnite is?
I thought you were talking like Fortnightly. Like
Oh, no, Fortnite is a game that all the kids love at the moment.
Oh.
It's big on YouTube.com.
No, I don't know what that is.
You've been away from YouTube doing your music.
Yes, I mean, I don't really watch videos like that.
Do you know what? So we interview a lot of YouTubers, and one of the questions that we ask quite a lot is, so what do you like to watch on YouTube? And actually what we find is a lot of YouTubers don't watch a lot of YouTube in the way that YouTube fans would. So are you kind of similar to that? So you're not necessarily browsing through everyone's vlogs?
I'd say so, yeah. I watch a lot of TED Talks. I'm such an old man. Like TED Talks and a lot of other musicians. But then also, I think I use YouTube kind of like how I use Pinterest. I like watching like aesthetically pleasing videos and like calming videos. I'm not really one for like, you know, story times or that kind of thing. Although now and again I will get fooled and be like, wait, what? You dated a serial killer? And then I skip through and I find nothing. I'm like, oh, damn, fell for it again. So yeah.
And of course you watch popular 90s sitcom Friends, as everyone does.
All right, listen, lads. I haven't ever seen Friends.
Now we need to break this down.
Okay, all right, fine. Don't come with me at once. Okay, I probably saw like one episode on a plane once, but you know, your family kind of introduces you to series and things. So I watched like, I know, Star Trek and Red Dwarf and Blackadder and Father Ted and loads of random things that you're probably nodding at. I don't really know too well. But
good shows.
Okay, good. But Friends was just not one of them. And then as I grew up, I never really haven't done it yet. But all my friends are telling me to watch Friends, so.
Very good.
I'm sensing a bit of like British sort of sci-fi legend sitcom thing going on.
As I was saying them, I was like, whoa, these have a theme.
Yeah.
Dad.
And I thought
Sci-fi Dodie, new era.
I thought maybe Friends was obviously because you're 22 and it finished a little while ago, but those shows are so much older than Friends, aren't they?
Yeah.
So yeah.
What is your favourite Dodie song?
I think my favourite always changes to the one I've written most recently, because I make stuff and then I play them over and over and over again on tour, and then I'm like, I hate them, everyone hates them, but it's hard to forget. But I think there's a song I wrote called Burned Out, which explores feelings that I feel like I can't really talk about, so I sang about them instead and wrote about them, and yeah, I like it.
It stood the test of time for you.
Yeah, so far. I mean, I only wrote it in like December, so it's like not old, but yeah, so far it's all right.
Okay, this might be a little easier to answer then. What's your least favourite Dodie song?
You can only have one.
Oh no, I'm gonna say it and so many people are gonna be like, wait, what? Oh no, I can't. Okay, so I have a song, I think it might be my most popular, or like second most popular. It's called Would You Be So Kind? And
Really?
I just don't like it. I think because, I don't know, I'm kind of trying to like transition into something a bit more mature, and like hearing a ukulele is like, why? And it's a very poppy song, and the lyrics aren't really like too like deep and meaningful, and I'm very pretentious and disgusting. I'm like, it doesn't mean anything. But like, I obviously can come back to it and be like, no, it's still fun. It's a fun song. But also I am like, oh God.
Now, obviously you're famed for your ukulele music. That's kind of where you started off, and I guess a big part of your brand. But is there anything that you like to listen to that maybe your fans would be completely surprised by? Like, is there any death metal on your iPod?
Let me think. Death metal, no.
Okay.
I have a very wide range. I was one of those people who like I didn't really have albums. I just kind of like downloaded loads of like random songs that I liked. So it'd be anything from like, I don't know, a song from a Glee album, like number 4, and then like something classical like The Planets by Holtz. So yeah, I don't know. I guess that, like, just wide range of random things.
So, Dodie, you're doing a bit of writing at the moment. You said you're going back into the studio. What can you tell us about the song that you wrote most recently?
It's embarrassing to talk about, but I wrote it in, like, a day. Because I've been having writing block recently, and then I realised that I just haven't really been overwhelmed and consumed by a feeling, because when I am, a song just pours out of me. And it is about having a crush and turning into an absolute idiot.
It's a relatable song.
Yeah.
So what happens when you have a crush? How do you, I mean, not to give away the lyrics of the next song, but come on. Tell us a couple of embarrassing things you like to do when you have a crush.
Scream, lie on the floor and scream. I'll literally just run around and scream at all my friends and say, look, what's happening? That. But then also remain totally cool and calm, like in messages.
Right.
Nice.
Such an idiot.
And this crush is on perhaps a famous YouTuber. This is a huge scoop for us.
We'll go for that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, carry on.
So you played Summer in the City last year, which we loved. Are you going to be back?
Yes.
Can you tell us?
Yes.
Oh, brilliant. You're going to be performing there?
Yes.
Fantastic.
I hope so. I hope.
Okay.
I'm assuming. I think so, yes. Yeah.
You heard it here first.
When I was walking around Summer in the City last year, doing my thing, I spotted you. I was like, oh, there's Dodie. You were doing like an impromptu little meet and greet on the floor. And I sort of watched it happen. And what would happen is people would step forward, say hello to you, burst into tears and hug you. You would burst into tears with them, and you would sort of both hug and cry, and then you'd say goodbye and then move on. And then the next person would come and you do the same. Is that exhausting? What's that like?
Yes, fully. Absolutely exhausting. This is actually kind of relating to that song I wrote, the song called Burned Out, because that's exactly how I felt after it. I was like, I don't think I have anything left. This is so hard. But also so wonderful to like see, to like, I don't know, share this energy of just thanks, because we're both just saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, I don't know, my body and my brain and my mouth sometimes doesn't match what I want to express and what I want to say, and then I feel disappointed in myself. So yeah, it's overwhelming, but I don't know. Gotta do some star jumps before I meet people and be like, here's exactly what I want to say. But yeah.
Is that your ritual before you meet people, a few star jumps? Is there anything you do before you head out to a big meet and greet to sort of get yourself in the frame of mind?
I think it's good to start with other people and get energy. Hopefully just energy, because sometimes if I'm not in the right mood, then I'm like, oh no, how am I gonna do this? But there's definitely an after meet and greet ritual, which is just to sit alone in a corner of the room and be like this, like, wow, I have nothing left to give. Because then you'll start meeting your friends being like, hi, it's nice to meet you. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah.
Signing your friends.
Yeah, like, I definitely did that once. Someone gave me a water bottle, I just signed it. I was like, sorry, don't know why I did that.
Actually, that happened because you came in at Sitsy to see us for like a little chat after you just done a bunch of meet and greets.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
And I think, no, you were great, but I think you just lay on the floor for a while.
Yeah, I definitely did do that.
And you were like, just give me a minute.
It's so difficult. Like, I'm a spaced out human already, and so like giving so much of myself to everyone would just like gone, entirely gone. But yeah, mostly if you see me at Sitsy, I'm just apologizing for how not present I am. I'm just like, sorry, hi.
So one of the things I wanted to talk about was your music videos. So alongside your music, you've created some sort of really beautiful and visually rich and beautiful videos go along with them. Is that something you want to continue exploring? Will fans be able to see kind of more of your sort of that visual brain come out?
Fully, but I did not create those. I have a best friend called Sammy Paul, who produces most or all, I'm not too sure, of my music videos, but he shares like ideas with different directors. So he'll like get in like guest directors and other people. I have like different teams who make them. I mean, obviously we'll talk about ideas beforehand and like bounce off each other, but mostly it's them. So yes, fully want to continue that. I think those two outlets go well, so well together. It's just like, yeah.
You need a Beyonce-style visual album, of course.
Oh my gosh, imagine what a piece of art. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wanna kind of like intertwine the music and the video.
Intertwine.
I know, I was like, I can never say that word without being like on iTunes and Spotify. To kind of like mix them together and like, yeah, have like visual things bouncing off other metaphors.
If you could go back in time to the day you made your very first YouTube video, when you started your whole little journey, what would you say to little baby Dodie?
Clean your damn room. That'll be one. Yeah, move the jelly baby money box and get a tripod. Brush your hair.
Do anything differently, or do you just do it all the same?
I don't think I regret anything. I think I can only learn the lessons I have learned by going through it. Like, I would like to say, step back, save some things, but I don't regret it. So, nothing except good luck, have fun.
Do you regret announcing your favourite colour to the world?
Yeah, I was talking about this earlier. If you like a colour, don't announce it online, because you will be blasted with it for 2 years and then you won't like it anymore. I once said that I liked yellow, and Dodie yellow became a thing for a long time. And don't go near yellow.
One lesson then. Well, Dodie, thank you very much. You've been great. Great to chat to you. And the end.
Thank you.